Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay. This is good. This one card, I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't. It's not really a bad card. That's it. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. I'm getting stop. Okay. I don't know why I don't like this card. I don't like this card right now. It's, I'll show you in a minute. It's the Moth card, which is Surrender. For some reason, I don't like it. Let's go into it a little farther and see what happens. The Dolphin Spirit. This, I've learned dolphin is love, but this says this and that are true. I don't know. I feel love. I feel like family, usually. Sometimes it's romantic love, but it's definitely love-based is what I get from Dolphin. And this is either about, I feel like for most of you, this is either about a romantic connection you're currently in or one that you're looking to create. Some of you might literally be in a relationship and be like, you know what, I am in a relationship, but I'm not feeling what I need to feel here, and I'm not feeling it satisfying to me. And you might be going through the motions, like, what do I need to do to change my life to find a romantic connection that I actually want? Especially because you're going into the next one with the Magician. I feel like for those of you who are really going to click with this, you could be with somebody and be like, well, I want to liven this, I want to spice this relationship up a bit, I want to make it, fun again or enjoyable again. Or you might be in a relationship and be like, I need to get something different. Of course, we also have that other option. Maybe you're single and you're just deciding, now I'm ready to pull somebody into my life, but I have certain needs and wants that I'm going to match. It's not just going to be whoever comes towards me. They have to be what I'm looking for. I'm not settling on anything. But you're very love-oriented. So it feels like I feel like it's going to be love-oriented. I really do. It could be going other ways. I know it's a general read. And let me know in the comments how that goes for you. And this is why I think I don't like this. I don't like this. I really don't. You're deciding what you want, and you're going towards what you want. The King of Cups here is in the environment with the Four of Cups. This is somebody who does have a lot of love for you, who's giving in to what you want, yet they don't really want to do it. They're literally giving in. That's what I'm getting with the Moth card, and I think that's why I don't like it. Because that's the thing. You do want certain things to spice up the situation. You do want somebody to fit a certain, I don't want to say criteria, but you want them to be like you want them to be fun. The thing is, you're not strict on what exactly would make that. Like, if you bring something forward and you're like, let's do this, and they're just like, okay, let's do that. They didn't have to do that to impress you. Like, if they're like, no, I don't want to do exactly that. Can we do it like this instead? Or how? If they had other ideas that they worked back and forth with you with, would have been just as good, if not better. They didn't just have to give in. Like, I don't like this just give in attitude. And they do. This is somebody who very much cares about you. Now, you got the Armadillo Spirit, which says set healthy boundaries. This person, ironically, I find this so ironic. It's not about your boundaries. It's not about them encroaching on your boundaries. It's like it's literally realizing that you're crossing their boundaries. They're doing something they don't want to do, and it's like you getting the heads up, like, this isn't working, and you pushing them to set their own boundaries. Like, hey, if you don't like that, tell me you don't like that. If you don't want to do that, tell me you don't want to do that. I think that's why I really don't like this Moth Spirit, because you're not looking to run over somebody. You care about this person. you want them to communicate, and if they don't like it, like if they don't like something, they need to communicate that they don't like that. Like whatever it is, they need to say something. Or if they'd rather do something else, they need to communicate they'd rather do something else. See, this is why I'm really feeling this is love. You got the is this the only other one? Well, you got the King of Cups there, but the Dolphin, the King of Cups, and this Otter card where that looks just like a heart. I always feel love with this one too. You're never alone. They really just, this person does very much care about you, and they're acting like, well, if I'm doing it with you, it's fine. If you want it, it's fine. It's not really my thing, but if it makes you happy, I'm good with it. That's the energy they're bringing forward. I feel like you're going to figure it out. One way or another, you're going to see through the lines and be like, wait a minute, this isn't right. This isn't feeling right. I feel like you might get upset with this person. I feel like you very much might get upset with this person. Ironically, that puts this in balance. That immediately puts it in balance, because I feel like then they don't want you upset. So then they try to come towards you with a new idea to prove that like they can have fun with you. They come towards you with a new idea and they're like, "Hey, let's do this. How about that?" And you're like, "Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I can do that. Let's give it a shot." But you're also the one who would be like, I don't mind doing that. Can we also add this in as well?" And they'd be like, "Oh, okay, sure." Like you would negotiate a little bit. If it's something you didn't really like totally, you negotiate it a little bit. They bring back the playful energy. You got justice coming your way with the 9 of Cups. The justice is coming forward literally, I feel like, because you got mad, because you got upset. And you're like, listen, don't just do stuff just because you think I want you to. It's about enjoying it. We should be together. I want us to enjoy it together. If you don't want to do it, I don't understand how you'd enjoy that. And that's when they might say, well, if I'm doing it with you, then it's good enough. And you're like, not good enough. No. So it does come back forward. Justice comes forward. I feel like because literally you get mad with them. So then this goes forward for a while. You get now it seems like this starts to go into, this seems to return back into a rut. That's what I'm getting with the Prince of Pentacles. It goes for a little while. Things seem better, things seem more fun, but then it seems to go right back into the rut it was in before. Returns right back into the rut. That's what you're trying to get out of, right? You're not happy about that. So now you're trying to think of different ways to handle things. Whoever this person is, when it comes to fun, and that could go in a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be sex. I'm just going to say that, just to get that right out of the way. It doesn't have to be that. Could be like your interests. It could be like you're more of a physical person and they're more of a watch TV person. Could be vice versa. Whatever it is that makes you happy and you find fun, you're different. I feel like you're very different. If this reading is going to really hit with you, that's the problem, because I'm getting like whoever this person is, I don't think they're the best match in that sense, and that's going to make you, because you got Fox and you got Mouse and you got the Devil card. The Devil card, that can be a very self-serving card. The Fox and the Mouse is kind of like something is out of balance here, and you're just going to you might have the urge to go somewhere else. The question here is like, what do you really want? And I feel like that's the whole point of this reading. Before it goes too far, is this really where you want to be? You might need to do a pro-con list and be really brutal with it. And if there's one thing Aries can do, if you want to be, you can be brutal. Like the Aries energy, I know, if you want to be, you can really be brutal. And even be brutal with yourself. And I'm feeling like this pro and cons list, it should be a private list that's just for you. You might even want to, put it through the shredder when you're done with it, just so that nobody else sees it. You want to be very brutal with the pros and the cons, and just evaluate this person. Why are they in your life? Why do you have them in your life? And do they really match you? I feel like this is the moment to do that, because it might help you see where you need to go next. What's going on in this situation is the Hermit with the Seahorse. The Seahorse is watch and wait. The Seahorse just kind of hangs out. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it depends on what you're doing. In this situation, the Seahorse just kind of hangs out. And it's kind of like, the Hermit to me is saying, Are you going to sit here and wait to see what happens? Or are you going to evaluate it yourself and decide what happens? The Hermit, like, this moment's going to happen. This is you figuring out, but the other person is in the same boat is what I'm getting. So it's kind of like, are you going to decide what happens next, or are you going to just wait and see what happens next? Because you might have somebody cross your path you're not expecting, and you might end up making decisions you're not planning to make. So they're saying, evaluate it now, decide what you want. And the other person could do the same thing. Maybe you're faithful, and the other person decides to go a different direction, because there's a difference here. Something's off balance, and they're saying, evaluate it. Pros, cons, be brutal about it. Decide what you want to get, where you want to be. Where do you match, where do you not match? Is this something you can strengthen and bring back together? Or is this kind of like, you know what, we're really different. Maybe it's better to do something else. That's brutal, but I feel like that's what they're saying. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.